and small, devoured lost souls with gaping maws. Legends hint they lurk among us this hour. Just take a look within the Austerian Grimoire.
Ah, you made it back here alive. How fortunate. Another stroke of good fortune. My good colleague has found her pets. How splendid. She will be joining us shortly. Go on, take a seat and get comfortable. How about a story while we wait?
Listen closely to the trees, the gentle rustling, the music of the earth itself, the leaves, their destined instruments. All of nature, a cacophony of living, breathing music. A symphony of life. It's hard not to feel connected to nature when you live among it. The natives of this land lived and breathed along with that symphony, their entire existence in balance with the winds and seasons. This land was a refuge for them during times of trouble, and a graveyard to rest the souls of the brave who defended their way of life. Now considered to be cursed, this land stands as a solemn reminder that we are both a part of nature and are separate from it. Our ways polluting and killing the very thing that sustains us as a species. It isn't easy to survive out here alone. I wouldn't call it better either. But there is a freedom out here that is hard to find within the confines of modern society. I mention all of that to say that I was homeless when my story took place. I used to camp out in the area of Massachusetts near Hockomock Swamp. There are many stories and legends surrounding this area as part of the Bridgewater Triangle. The name Hockomock translates roughly to place where spirits dwell. This is where my mystery comes in. I've had an encounter with something within these trees multiple times. Logic would dictate that these beings are among the natural fauna. There are many legends of all black wolves/dogs that lurk in the Hockomock Swamp area. Some more believable, and some less so. These creatures have no name, aside from black dogs, but they are not your common variety of dog in the slightest. These canines are big, easily 90 to 100 pounds, and were covered with these thick, almost spiky hairs, similar to that of a wolf. They lurked around the area, in packs of very few in number. They had very odd-shaped heads, almost a scrunchy but bulky, coyote-like build. There hasn't been a documented wolf population in Massachusetts since the 1800s, so the chances of them being an offshoot of a wolf species are slim. I didn't know it at the time, but the common theme is that they keep the coyote population away from the area. These canines would hang around our campsite, but they kept their distance usually. The few times that I came close to one, they never harmed me. One even allowed me to pet it. A risky move, I know. And the others were quick to let me know how crazy my doing so was. It seemed to be a younger one, and it was filled with curiosity. I saw it twice, and both times I had a steak and cheese sub sandwich. I didn't share. They honestly weren't that frightening until night came. In the dark, their eyes shined like golden beams. They did not resemble the eyes of a wolf nor a dog. That is what stuck out the most about these canines. You would hit them with your flashlight and swear you were looking into the eyes of a large feline, very reminiscent of a lion's eyes. The ears were typical for a coyote or wolf, but far smaller than you would expect in comparison to the size of their head. The features of the faces were closer to a wolf than to a coyote, but pushed inward, not in a grotesque way, but shorter and stouter than what you would typically expect. You could see the power behind those jaws. You could tell that if they grabbed a hold of something and shook it, they would rip it apart in no time. Their weight wasn't in bulk, but length, and the legs you would expect to do a lot of jumping. They were pretty long if outstretched, but they ran low to the ground, closer to stalker pose than a gallop. Their proportions were definitely more feline, while their features were canine. Cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman has conducted several investigations in this area and uncovered many abnormalities in the fauna, from canines with human-like features to the very black dogs that I witnessed firsthand. I'm not sure if I believe his claims, but it did pose a few new questions. These beings were protective of the people. In Native American legend, there are many spiritual protectors, and some of them take the form of animals. I'm not claiming that these dogs were such beings, but it was an odd coincidence. In Celtic legend, more closely related to my homeland, it also speaks of legendary, spiritual black dogs. The Black Dog of Tring, Black Dog of Preston, the Black Dog of Northrop, the Black Dog of Newgate, and the Black Dog of Lyme Regis. The Black Dogs are typically thought to be a supernatural spectral or demonic entity originating from English folklore that has also been seen throughout Europe and the Americas. It is usually unnaturally large, with glowing red or yellow eyes. It is often connected with the devil, as an English incarnation of the Hellhound, and is sometimes an omen of death. It is sometimes associated with electrical storms, such as Black Shuck's appearance at Bungay, Suffolk, and also with crossroads, barrows, as a type of fairy hound, and places of execution in ancient pathways. Black dogs are generally regarded as sinister or malevolent, and a few, such as Burgeist and Shuck, are said to be directly harmful. Some black dogs, however, such as the Gert dog in Somerset, are said to behave benevolently, as guardian black dogs, guiding travelers at night onto the right path, or protecting them from danger. These would be more closely related to our black dogs. Another story that comes to mind with the claims of some of them having more human-like features is the Navajo legend of the skinwalker. A skinwalker is a type of witch that takes the form of an animal, typically, but not limited to, a coyote. While witches are usually seen as malevolent beings in Native American culture, there are a few cases when the witches will chase off unwanted predators to protect their land, or to protect whom they consider their people. Again, I don't believe there's anything supernatural going on here, but who's to say? This world is filled with many mysterious things, some of which we may never truly have the answers to. What do you make of them?
I do hope you enjoyed our true tale of terror this evening. Again, if you would like to submit your own tale and have your nightmares brought to life, you can reach out to us with the information provided in the description and pinned comment of this video. Come back and visit anytime. If you would like to purchase prints of this week's creature, please see the merch shelf provided below this video, or click the link in the description. All proceeds go to the very talented artist herself, Austere, furthering this series and many more projects to come.
If you like this week's monster, don't forget to buy our limited edition prints and merch. Also, make sure to check out Austere's children's book on Amazon called Twinkie The Llama. This book is beautifully illustrated and teaches some very important life lessons. Also, make sure to check out Austere's Buy Me a Coffee page to further support. You can do this directly at buymeacoffee.com/Austere. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons and channel members. Thanks to you, I'm able to do what I love. CNK114, Investigator Zeus, Dobby's Music, Jera Mullins, Free Spirit Katie, MC Darfer, Vexus, Agnieszka, Granny Monster, Nightmare Luna, Practical Necromancy, and Archer. Really, thank you so much for everything you do. It means the world to me.